say the Elsan facilities here at Thorn are as good as I remember. Yeah, just really, really nice and clean. Well done, people. Well done. Well, what can you say? That was a bit of a shock. So I knew, well, turns out diesel's gone up since we passed, so £1.20 a litre, not a pound. So the diesel itself was 20% more expensive than we were expecting, and that's £1.20 before tax. And we needed more of it than I thought. We have filled the tank rather than top up. Well, I say top up, put sort of part tank in, rightly or wrongly. 193 litres. So in theory, Josh's tank is 200 litres. So again, in theory, we only had 7 litres, a gallon and a half. When we dip the tank on the stick, I think we're getting more than 7 litres left. So I'm not quite sure how that is, other than maybe Josh's tank isn't quite 200 on the dot, it's 200 and something. Anyway, either way around, that's a lot of diesel. So 193 litres, £1.20 plus tax, so that hurts. That hurts a lot. Anyway, it is what it is, I suppose. But the facilities at Thorn were as clean and as nice as I remember them, so that's good. And the guys opened up early, so they open at 9 o'clock on a Sunday morning. I went to use the facilities and the Elsan at 8 o'clock. The chap was there, so I said, any chance of getting some diesel? So he said, yeah, which way is your boat pointing? Because if we were pointing in the other direction, there were 2 boats in the way. His fuel hose wouldn't have been long enough. Luckily, we were pointing in the right direction. And he said, yeah, just pop on and I'll fill up. So it's now just after 8:30. And we're on our way already with a full tank of diesel, whereas we weren't actually expecting to get away until about 9:30, so gained an hour. Top stuff. Thank you, Thorn.
Many thanks this week, Kevin, for the coffees, or more precisely the New Year's drinks. Thank you, very, very generous of you. Also Mark Manster for the coffees, and Happy New Year to you too. We also want to say thank you to the anonymous donor who bought us some coffees. Thank you very much to you, whoever you are.
Nice. So just while we pass all these moored boats, flooded piece of road, we'll use the opportunity to tell you the plan for the day. What is the plan for the day? Plan for the day is to try and get to Worsley Delf, a place called Worsley Delf, which is still on the Bridgewater Canal. And so, did I tell you about? Yeah, right. So when we were at Barbridge, I remember saying Sue had come back from a meeting and we were looking to secure some consultancy work. The really good news is we've got it. So that's good for that's good news for narrow escape. Oh, that's not so good, is it? Never nice to see that. So yeah, so over the next couple of days, got to get some actual proper work done. So can't really cruise and do that at the same time. And Wigan, I don't think we've told you about Wigan either, have we? Right, I'll be back in a moment. Let me think about what the short story is. Right, okay. So we need to get past through Wigan locks, and Wigan locks have been closed for, I don't know, probably 8 weeks, maybe even longer than that. Anyway, let's say they've been closed for a couple of months. Blown sill, I think it's the same sill that blew earlier this year. That's right. So it's a big log in the water. So we haven't been able to get up this way, and we're on the Bridgewater, and because we've got a CRT licence and not a Bridgewater licence, we only get 10 days a year on the Bridgewater. So we've been over at the sort of Barnton area for a little while now, because we didn't... Fixing Wigan locks is not an easy task, and although the CRT gave a date that they wanted to get the job done by, you can't just assume that because they say it'll be done on XYZ date that it will. Sure enough, it's been delayed. So rather than get onto the Bridgewater too early and run out of days, or end up in Wigan waiting for the locks to open, don't want to do that, we've sort of stayed over this way. CRT have now said that they're going to open the locks in a couple of days' time, and there's a really short window of opportunity to get through Wigan and then get through Blackburn, where there's another stoppage. So, and that stoppage at Blackburn lasts until Christmas. So if you don't get through Blackburn by whatever the date is, in a handful of days' time, then you're stuck this side of Blackburn until Christmas. We don't want to do that. We want to be further on. So we've basically got to boost it through Wigan, through Blackburn. That's the plan. So Wigan locks open in a couple of days. We've got this work to do, which basically means we need to get reasonably close to Wigan today. So we've got a big mileage day today. Going to do as many miles as we can on the Bridgewater. We're basically going to aim for Worsley Delft, because there's some stuff around Worsley, some infrastructure. So that's the plan. Going to get going, and that's why getting the diesel at Thorn earlier was helpful. So we've gained an hour on what we were expecting. So anyway, let's get on with it, shall we? Yeah, look at all these. Look at these puddles, muddy puddles. Is that a Peppa Pig reference? Yeah, need to deal with that, people. they're so cool.
I like the
those
door.
things.
Look at that, that's a full on door.
They're so cute, aren't they?
Yeah. Reminds me a bit of that big plane, that beluga. Is it called a beluga?
The beluga, we saw them about, didn't we?
Reminds-
On the Stratford.
Yeah, it reminds me a bit of that.
Yeah, just outside of Chester. Cute.
Whose turn is it this time? I'll go and I won't cry. Just wait till the next time. I always do. I wanna cozy up with you. Fire golden and Johnny smooth. I wanna float away with you. With a running to somewhere new with you.
Nice bit of plowage.
Oh dear.
She's staying put. Motorways that way.
Well,
What are you saying? It could be one of many, couldn't it?
M6 or M56 or M60
Yeah.
or M62.
It's 621 or. Look at Cyril. I'm not messing with those ducks, they're crazy.
Well, look at the decking.
It's very crisp, isn't it? Oh, it's plastic, isn't it? Yeah.
Composite.
Composite. That'd be good, you can power wash that, can't you?
See a few fences done in that stuff these days as well, don't you?
Yeah.
See why people do it.
It's just a
having
horrible.
to paint your fences every year.
Well, it's just a horrible job, isn't it? Nobody enjoys doing that. Nice looking gardens down here. Very good. Wonder if the Bridgewater Canal company pays for people to fill up their their canal for them with a hose pipe. It's a bit random, isn't it? Where's that coming from then? Guess they've forgotten they're doing it. Hope they're not on a water meter.
Hello.
Morning.
Right. Look at his little dirty tummy. That's
Somebody's going to need a bath. This White House here on our left-hand side is actually quite famous. It's actually called the White House, but it was the residence of Peter Corbett from the Sooty show. Sadly, he caught COVID around 2021, bit of a health scare, and he's ended up moving away out of Lymm, this is lovely Lymm, to be closer to family. But this cottage is very, very heavily photographed. One for sale there. I think they're flats. Or are they? Is that a house? Or two houses? Hi there, Ken. Hope the woof is well. So a slightly strange mooring spot this boat here has taken. So just as the tree cover bites into the width of the canal, right underneath a massive tree, and you could have been like there and had nice solar and a view out over a field. There must be a reason, but it's not a spot we'd naturally choose. But look how sunny and nice it is just round the corner as well. We've had to put a parasol up for stuff falling off the tree, including bird nut. Unusual choice. Some good hedge work. So once again, Sue can't find her prescription sunglasses, so she's double glassed.
I've commandeered yours.
Look wicked.
Does it look really silly?
No.
Do I look like a double glass?
Yeah, well, you could just sort of see your actual glasses popping out over the top. So. I'm pretty sure there was something here when we went past. It didn't look like an open field. Maybe it did. Maybe it was. Who knows? Is there a snowman on the back? Music. That's cool.
Is it twisted?
Oh yeah, so the chimney's working on this one that's out of the water, so must be somebody on it.
She's out.
Why not? Don't suppose a boat needs to be in water. Good to live on it. Maybe it lives there all the time. In fact, I bet it does.
Tell us your views on Thorn Marine.
No.
On the basis that if you can't say anything nice, don't say anything at all.
Oh, there was a nice, very helpful chap actually in the car park who was
Lost.
who was jet washing a boat down. He was very helpful when I needed some help, but in the shop.
Oh, you can't say that.
she was grim.
This isn't getting published, is it?
Yeah.
But you can say she wasn't helpful. You don't have to.
She was downright rude.
Yeah, you can say that as well.
It's a really unpleasant experience dealing with her. It's just, yeah, horrible. It's nicely done, isn't it? Yeah, I like that a lot actually.
That's really nice.
Just needs a name, that. Cuties. Still sound like cigarettes, don't they? Pylons. What's that noise? Crackling? That'd be the right description. That's nicely done actually, having the boat name on the canvas. Well, that's very nice. Oh, so that's the water point. There aren't very many services actually on the Bridgewater, so it's one of those that if you're spending quite a bit of time on here, you do need to use what there is. Certainly spaced out fewer and further between than you'd find with CRT on their canal network. So that boat's got 1905 icebreaker written on it. It's actually looking at the hull with all the big rivets, looks like it could be true, and then they've put the cabin on top. Some later stage. That's cool. Very cool.
1905.
1905.
Go on, it's even older.
Not going there,
Let's
my
get
angel.
it all out.
Not going there, my angel. So we'll leave part 1 of the video here. Part 2 will be released in a couple of days, but just before we go, here's a rare sight. We managed to spot a pair of kingfishers together.